Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Yahan. Well, just to continue a little more when it comes to all of the censorship that, well, the Steam decided to bring in, they they had already implanted a Trojan horse, in the form of cancer. And the problem of that is because, yeah, all of this shit just started by the feminists from what people are getting the information currently right now. So yeah, I already give you the run of why how all this started and finally people are catching on. Which is in this case I have to say, yeah, I agree that one thing I am glad that normies and all of those, like the meme of Stone Toss, that artist, these are kind of a wrong winger, when he did that meme where of the guy that say, "Oh, politics, I just want to grill," and then he see the hamburger he's cooking, he just fill it with bugs because, yeah, the politics from the globalists, they also want to push to make us eat the bugs. And this is one thing. When it comes to the censorship, when we talk about these issues, some people don't mention that is the political aspects because at the end of the day, it's political. The censorship is by design something related to politics because they want to control people, and the way to do so is if you influence politics to change the culture, or in this case, destroy it. And as we are seeing, yeah, people are starting to notice this stuff, especially with feminists from Australia, because from all the countries that, yeah, I already ranted about for a reason, this country is the one of the most primary examples from that part of the world that they export the feminist homosexuality and primarily the censorship of what they don't like, as when every time they read about my morality. So, for example, this user, the Connie Supreme. For those that don't know, these are people in charge of the feminist group that went on to wine with payment processors. Of course, it's all women, and of course, a lot of them are fucking Australian. Jesus fucking Christ, I hate these people. Me too, guy. Me too, Connie. So you have this. Yours sincerely, an archive.org. Some the archived who they fucking are. So Melinda Tankar Rice, movement directors collective shout for a world free of sex exploitation. Do I really need to rant again how payment processors like this ram the same ones that these fucking harpies, las putas arpías, decided to go to those payment processors and tell, oh, Steam, do you know Steam is racist? Do you know Steam is enacting in sex exploitation of women? Meanwhile, those fucking payment processors, the same ones, they don't have problem in hosting their payment processing for only fools. While that fucking platform, we have seen many times with clear evidence that they tend to do illegal shit by a lot, and they don't fucking care because they know well that those pedophiles will gladly pay shit tons of money to get that content, and yeah, getting fat. All of those fucking payment processors are loving it. They don't fucking care about legality, but they know that, yeah, since most of the governments that are going full censorious, and for example, like the rest of the world is turning into far left lunacy. The U.S. kinda is getting out of that way, but also we have seen that shit show with the Jeffrey Epstein and how, in certain ways, Donald Trump, whenever you like it or not, he kinda destroying his own legacy because in the way how he has behaving all of that, and that's a main issue. We are seeing how these feminists are weaponizing the payment processors and everything we enjoy, any sort of content, to censor it and take it down. We are seeing how organizations like the FBI, they are doing the dirty work of fucking corrupted corpos such as Nintendo when it comes to emulation and piracy. But they don't fucking care about the Jeffrey Epstein list and all of this shit show. And Yeah, this is something that I have to repeat again. I'm glad that even the normies are finally seeing this even outside of their echo chamber because let's not fool ourselves. I we like to enjoy ourselves in our hobbies, but also some of the biggest mistakes that what is like gamers for the most part, the biggest sins they committed is not ignoring, full ignorance by not paying attention to this shit because right now it's so worse and it's going to get even double and triple down worse as years goes by because yeah this the reason why this censorship started is because political powers are play by the globalists like this is the most notorious example of all of these shit shows happening across all the media because we have seen how with the series within the US. Look, I used to enjoy seeing US shows like Michael in the Middle. That's one even to this day one of my favorite shows that I even from time to time I go and rewatch. But they are going to push that continuation. I did a video ranting about that one that they are going to introduce a true new character and adapt it to the modern audience, which you can clearly see how that show that continuation is going to be headed. We have seen it with movies. We have seen it with Western video games. This is something that I rant a lot on this channel and any other channels, but they don't want to mention the political aspect, which is this is the real fucking problem. They should have paid attention to this. But I'm glad, I have to say again, I'm glad they're finally noticing. Because, for example, with feminism, feminists hates men, for example. They hate men with a burning passion. Feminist, the feminist cancer started because of right wingers, the tradcocks. They worship pussy so much that they would gladly sell their souls and yours only to get that pussy. And the lefters, yeah, they took that as an advantage and learned how to weaponize feminism. Yeah, feminism, we can clearly see how it's primarily shaping now into leftism as an extension because feminists brought themselves so much attention by virtue signaling with the far left. And just like those names, Melinda Tanker Rice, Holly McNamara, Senior Vice President of Strategic Initiatives and Programs, a National Center of Sexual Exploitation in the US. Michelle Salter, Professor and Director of Child at East Asian Pacific Hub. So they also on their way to infest. They are infesting already Asia. We have seen that with Japan. Helen Taylor, Vice President of IFPAC, Exodus Cry US. Dr. Tegan Larin, Public Officer, Coalition Against Trafficking of Women in Australia. They are doing a very poorly job because they are going after fictional content. And if I bring an example for another country, yeah, like for example Mexico, it's going in the same way by adopting feminism, and they are ignorant that the cartels are just genociding a lot of people every single day, both men and women. More men die than women, but hey, the feminists are going to get quiet when one woman gets brutally ended and do very disgusting things to their corpses because yeah I have said it correctly, corpses. The cartels are no joke. They will gladly ignore it and made up shit, false accusations, and even they're adopted the same way to even spread themselves to this shit. Yeah, this shit is happening everywhere. That's why, yeah, the guys that wanted to be left the fuck alone, well, they have to jump themselves now in the ring because, yeah, the gloves are off, and yeah, those fuckers want to take away what is even remotely good that still is there for them. They want that to destroy. They don't want us to have any sort of enjoyment and have miserable lives. Love their example, like Dr. Tegan Laring, Public Officer, Coalition Against, yeah, excuse me, we read that already. Gemma Kelly, Head of Policy and Public Affairs, the United Kingdom. Are you surprised? Of course you are not surprised. Kelly Humphries, CSA, Survivor, Speaker, Advocate, DV, and Sexual Violence Consultant. Yeah, yeah, they know with all of these fucking harpies, they don't apport anything good to society. Feminism, but as a whole, doesn't apport anything at all other than broke misery and crime by making everyone blind while real crimes are happening because that's by design. That's how those fucking grave groups always operates. Sally Jackson Trusty, global lead for male violence against women and girls. From the UK, kind of funny, male violence against women, yeah, yeah, and girls, women and girls, yeah, you demonizing men every single time. UK also is a fucking shithole. John Ross, APM, professors of Alex Labs, Monash University, and Charlotte Hub. So you have those names. They are finally seeing, people are finally mentioning now. Feminists, yeah, they need to learn more of this. They need to get involved now because, yeah, even, hey, your stuff is not on the way to get censored. I'm not going to help you out this time. Let's see how you hold up yourself. But hey, I just giving you the tools right here. I'm going to bring it and stand that. Yeah, we try to warn you. This is the stuff that we try to warn people by a lot, and they demonized us, insulted us. Hell, even if for me myself, before starting this YouTube channel 2 years ago, I lost friendships because well, I tried to mention this even a little. They they called me names, clown for the most part, and every single instance they went out of their way to insult me and humiliate me. And get surprise, surprise, times passed by, times gave me the reason. And at this point, yeah, I don't care for those fuckers. I'm glad that they are away from my life because probably most of these people, all of those normies, they are going to encounter the same shit that myself and many other people that share their experience when it comes to talking about these topics are going to kind of experience. And yeah, this is a wake up to reality. This is the wake up call that yeah, this is going to shit. And you don't believe me even more how this one can go even wrong. No, not this one. Be God. I was watching on it, and yeah, the collective shout is the name of the fucking group. A grassroots campaign movement. Yeah, press X to fucking dub, and yeah, based in Australia. This one because yeah, I think I should end this video quickly by telling you an example of feminism that actually doesn't help women at all. They just make them to look ghoulish. And the only women that they're really saying, no, this is fucking dog shit. Yeah, I even have to say there is a little tiny fraction minority of women on earth that they know that yeah, this is wrong. Feminism is cancer and it's going to get bad for them. So they also call this shit out. And what is happening? For example, this one, Carla Estrella. This person is from Mexico. She she said some criticism about a dumb trio of four that got into politics because she was selling her pussy to a politician with certain power. She called it that trio of four out, and because yeah, the same Mexican government, which is a fucking lost cause, they enacted any sort of dogshit decisions, laws, legislations that is now are now engraved in the constitution to push feminisms and defend it and label you all of sorts of names so you can be put out in jail in the same way as they will put a child struggle smuggler, a cartel hitman. I'm not joking about this one. Sorry. For example, this one is like a change of an apology. So it's the best if I show you this translated. I asked you for, and you know why those spaces are? Is because she straight at copyright from a document, from a digital document. She has to copy paste this shit, but against her will. So look at this. I ask you for forgiveness for protected data. Yeah, you could you think this is made up, but no. I'm going to show you that one quickly. For the message that was laden with symbolic, psychological violence. Look at this shit, because also this is what feminists always label you. Oh, I can't tolerate insults, so I'm going to sue you and make your life miserable, destroy your life. So let's continue. Through a third party, digital media, and analog. So yeah, they're mentioning like psychological violence in digital media, analogical media, like probably television or radio. At this point, I don't know. At this point, it's just fucking stupid. And just to reading you this even goes more stupider, as well as discriminations based on gender stereotypes. This is a woman. And to continue on, this harmed your political electoral rights. Political electoral rights. Yeah, they enacted one law that is called political violence. So women, feminist wretches, far left communist wretches, harpies, demons, female demons, and not like the ones to want to bang in on those sexy hentai games. No, the screeches that they are going to help to the globalists to censor you and control you. Just like what's happening with video games, other parts of the world are experiencing the same kind. Like Mexico. Mexico is a lost cause. Look at this one. This harmed your political electoral rights because it diminished your capabilities and political trajectory. So they made it illegal to criticize any politician that is in a political position of power in the current administration of Mexico by feminist hand. They push it off the feminist hand, and here is the community note. So yeah, so the community note states the user is obligated to publish this message daily during 30 days by order of the electoral tribunal. So a result of a denounce of the deputy of one of those political parties, PT, Partido del Trabajo is how it is called, the Party of the Workers. Yeah, even bad name, yeah, leftards. Karina Barrera and Dato Protegido, so protected data, because they redacted all of the statement of why she's getting forced to do this shit. I'm going to show you. In a clear abuse of power and an attempt to censor the opinion of the citizens. And she even herself posted it. She even tagged her. It's been in comply with the sentence published by the extracted itself. So, protected data. We reviewed the publications that Carla Maria Estrella Murrieta in the social network X, in which she mentions that protected data. I'm not fooling you here, people. I'm not fooling you here right now. Interfere in the decisions of Morena, the current political party that is in charge of Mexico, in which she was designed as protected data to protected data. Yeah, this shit needs to be redacted. The confusing people on what crime it is. But hey, yeah, feminist abusing feminist laws and punishing women for it. So yeah, that's the kind of main point I wanted to make up here. This is the same ones that are going after video games. They are a tool of politics for enslave us. Yeah, and like I said, I'm glad that now the normies are finally starting to catch on, and they should get involved in this too, and finally stop it being normies for once. Because yeah, hey, this is this is why you don't pay attention when these fucking problems get ignored so much. Yeah, we are paying the consequences for it, every single one of us. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and please take care.